Hello, guys, the biggest video game nerd. Those are words that you have not heard in a very long time. It has been over a year now since my last upload, and since I got my channel back after being terminated for over 10 years, I haven't really been posting that much or really doing all that much with the channel since then. So that's what today's video is for, is to address the future of Biggest Video Game Nerd and what's going to happen from now on. Well, it's actually good news. I think it is, because I am actually going to start uploading consistently on this channel 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, at least for the foreseeable future. I can't guarantee or promise that I'm going to be able to keep up that pace for a very long time. As you guys know, I am very busy on YouTube. I'm very active across multiple channels aside from this one, so it's a pretty ambitious undertaking to take on yet another channel, because I essentially have 2 main channels that are very active that I post every single day on. This channel I also am from now on considering to be a 3rd main channel for myself that I put on the same level as the other 2. The Mr. NoobTube Gamer channel, which is what I'm probably most known for, that channel is more for multiplayer games specifically, and talking about how older titles, how they play in the modern day, like whether or not people still play, and what the overall experience is like. So it's kind of like what I consider to be an encyclopedia for online multiplayer, because there are a lot of games that you don't know what you're getting into because of just the nature of online games. They can die, they can be offline, the servers can get more unstable as the developers withdraw their support for the game, so it's nice having that resource available to just have all these different games that I'm playing, and it's a lot of fun because it's so much variety. Just I'm playing a different game every single day, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it very much, and I also enjoy making content for my Cynical Gamer channel, which is essentially me covering gaming news and current events going on within the video game industry. Those types of videos are fun as well, because I'm kind of like a political commentator, but for video games, and sometimes things get heated, and people really don't like what I have to say, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding that channel every now and then. I've had a few big ones, actually, over the last couple of months, and it just is what it is. People have a lot of horrible things to say when someone has an opinion they don't agree with, and things get really heated and intense. So I found myself wanting to have another outlet to go to and to express myself in a different way. I've tried to do this in the past on my Cynical Gamer channel, where I would talk about the news, I would talk about all that, but then occasionally make other videos, kind of like what I would call gaming vlogs, where I would just talk about my experiences, some of my best memories, my worst memories, playing video games. One example was talking about the longest play session I've ever had, which was over 20 hours of just playing Viva Pinata nonstop. Another one talking about my very first console, the PlayStation 2, and what it felt like to get my very first console and to open it being a 6-year-old kid in kindergarten and just playing it all night long and just being amazed at what I was experiencing, because I've never had a game console before then. And then sometimes getting really personal, talking about grief and loss, and even a time when I didn't want to be alive anymore, but video games actually helped me get through that. So stuff like that, where it's like very interpersonal stuff, but connected to gaming and a hobby that has been such a huge part of my life, and to not only just relive some of those great memories that I've had over the past 20 plus years, but to also explore how it connects to my personal life and shapes the person that I am today. I find that stuff very fascinating, because not only is it, fun and creative to explore that and to make that content available for people to watch, but also, in the process of making that content, I end up learning more about myself than I knew before, actually articulating these memories and these experiences and what they ultimately meant to me. Now, I've done that before on that channel, but what I ended up finding out was that most of the people who were subscribed and engaged to my content on that channel, they only cared about the news. and about current events and stuff like that. They didn't care about the interpersonal shit. They could not give less of a fuck, actually, because while the new stuff would get thousands upon thousands of views, the stuff that is a bit more personal and introspective would only get a fraction of those views. And it's not like views is the only thing I care about, and I don't expect to suddenly get so much more views because I'm posting it on a different channel. I just like, okay, I understand my audience, and I understand that maybe those two things should be kept separate, and this is a channel that's been sitting dormant for a very long time, so it kind of kills two birds with one stone. You get more content on this channel that wasn't really there before, and I am able to separate two different types of content into two different channels. So it feels like the right thing to do and what makes the most sense. We get away from the controversial and contentious topics and debates, and I'm just free to express myself a lot more, and you'll see that as the videos come out. I have a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff already planned, like different topics of stuff I want to discuss and to talk about. And today's actually symbolic for this channel because it is actually 17 years to the date that Biggest Video Game Nerd was created on April 8th, 2009, when I was not even 11, I was 10 years old. It was like a month from my 11th birthday. And if you look at my older videos, you see me as a literal child with a high-pitched voice and everything into the almost 30-year-old man that I am now. It just blows my mind. It's crazy how time goes like that. I'm sure we've all felt that, especially the older you get. It's like, wow. Like, life just feels so different compared to all those years ago. 17 years later, here I am announcing the return of this channel and new videos coming very soon. So stay tuned. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.